Okay, welcome back. This will be my third or fourth time trying this video. I'm having a problem with the sound getting recorded properly, and I suppose that's because I'm just doing this through my phone, recording my screen while I'm playing these games. I tried a couple of other games and I still haven't gotten the sound to work properly, but we're gonna give this one a shot again. I've muted the in-game sounds and I've adjusted the volume settings on my phone, and we're just gonna give this another try. As you can see, I'm claiming my weekly rewards. You can hear a dog in the background, I'm sure. I walked 31 kilometers this week, which is actually fairly good for me. I hope to hit that 50K at some point, but that's not going to happen in the current state. Oh, gotta watch out for this person backing out of their driveway. One of the dangers of Pokemon Go, I suppose. And I'm just going to claim this reward real quick. And as soon as my incubator is free again, I'll go set a new egg there. I'm using up the last of my premium incubators because, like I said before, I've gone free to play. I kind of want to talk a little more about that, and I want to talk about Niantic and their actions versus their words. We all know that they've set the spin distance for stops back to 40 meters. That was a terrible throw. And how it has upset many in the community, and I think for good reason. I think the biggest thing that bothers me, aside from the very lackluster response that we had to almost force out of Niantic, in order to get their attention, just to get a response, not even actually fix the problem, but just to get a response. What I think bothers me about it is that the actions that Niantic has taken aren't going to accomplish what a great throw, I was hoping for an excellent throw, aren't going to accomplish what they think they're going to accomplish. They're hurting, actually, what they say are their stated goals of wanting us to explore more, wanting us to get out more. And there's no better evidence of that than the removal of Heracross from the wild during this event. By removing Heracross from the wild, they actually encourage us to stay home and use remote raid passes. Now I understand that they probably are trying to get us to spend a little bit of money on the game, which, as I stated before, is not going to happen for right now until September 1st. But removing Pokemon from the wild, if they want us to get out and explore more, it's not going to happen by giving us extra XP to spin new stops. What gets us out, what the core of the game is finding Pokemon in the wild. Yes, there are raids where you have to work together with friends or random people on Discord now. But that isn't the core of the game, in my opinion, and I think in the opinion of many players. The core of the game is getting out and catching Pokemon in the wild. And that's just not possible right now because of what the actions that Niantic is taking. They keep putting things into raids and putting the focus on raids when the focus should be finding Pokemon in the wild. If you wanted me to get out and find a new stop, explore a new stop, Niantic could try something like putting out research tasks that would give us chances to earn Pokemon or supplies for Pokemon Go in the research tasks. They could say, well, if you walk 100 meters, you have an increased chance for Pokemon to spawn. If you walk 200 meters, you have an increased chance for a rarer Pokemon to spawn. Now, those numbers are just ones I'm making up. I'm not suggesting that those are the numbers that Niantic uses. But what I am saying is that they could do it in such a way that the more I walk or the more I explore, the better chance I have for finding Pokemon in the wild. Now, I understand that one of the bonuses going on right now is the increased incense effectiveness. And I will admit that I did use an incense just to see what that increased effectiveness was while walking. And I didn't really see a difference, honestly. And that's always been one of my problems with using incense, is that I've never really seen an increase in spawns while using incense. And so, yes, there might be a Pokemon spawning every minute, or maybe it's every 60 seconds, I don't know. But I don't really see a big difference. And so I'm not really compelled to use incense. I would rather just see more spawns in the wild. And if you want us to explore more, particularly the Pokestops and gyms that are out there. See, look at this. I'm standing right next to the gym, and I can't even reach it. The only way to reach it is to go into the middle of this church property where this gym exists, and maybe be able to interact with it. There it goes. Now, in general, yes, near Pokestops and gyms, there are higher spawn rates. As you can see on my screen, I was walking for a little bit, and there weren't that many spawns. But now that I'm close to the stops, there are an increased number of spawns. But as soon as I catch these spawns that are here, there's not going to be any more. Nice, excellent throw there. Again, like I said, I'm working on my excellent throws, trying to let that circle shrink down before I throw the ball. But as soon as I catch all of these, which, what are there, 6 or 7 different Pokemon there, that's going to be it for this area. There's just not going to be any more. And there's nothing particularly special about these Pokemon, except that there's an increased number of them. That was a terrible throw. My buddy helped me out there. I didn't get the excellent throw. But as soon as I catch these, which I will catch this Snover eventually, that's going to be it for the spawns in this area, at least for several minutes. I'll have to walk around more, which I don't mind doing, but I would like to see some chance, some increased chance to get perhaps some of the rarer Pokemon that might be behind raids right now or in the future, or just not in the wild as much. Maybe those should be spawning near the places that Niantic wants us to explore. Because I'll tell you, that's what would get me out and walking and going out to places even more, is if I knew by going near Pokestops Not only would I get the supplies I need, such as Pokeballs and what have you, I would have a better chance of finding the Pokemon I want. Maybe an increased shiny chance, maybe an increased chance of finding Pokemon that I was having trouble finding elsewhere. There's an excellent throw. But that isn't what's happening. I go near a stop and all I do is get 400 Bunnelbys. Or, insert your example here. So, Niantic, if you're listening, which, evidence has shown that you're not, maybe take some actual ideas from the community. Maybe instead of informing your internal task force, maybe put out a little more transparency in your communications and in your reasonings, and maybe actually talk to the players who are out here playing every day. I'm not suggesting necessarily that Niantic come and call me, but it would be nice if some of you would talk directly to some of the more prominent players in the community. Or if you really wanted to reach us, maybe send out a survey to a random number of players who are actually actively playing the game. You might be surprised at the feedback you get. And so now I'm going to move on because I've exhausted what's here, which is not much. I really thought that would be an excellent throw. There is another Pokestop that is not too far from here, so I'm going to go try to get that. Unfortunately, the audio quality may shrink here because where I'm headed is to a busy street. Actually, I'm not even going to go down to that Pokestop, and because one, the audio quality is going to suffer, and two, I just don't want to walk down that very, very busy roadway just to get 4 or 5 more Pokemon. It's not safe. Not just because of the amount of traffic, but because of the amount of people. Niantic says that they care about our safety. Maybe it hasn't been 5 minutes yet, I guess, here. Niantic says they care about our safety. But they want us to go outside where it is clearly not safe. Maybe one of the other things that was a nice, excellent throw. That's a hard one to get. Gastly moves around a lot usually, so that was a nice, excellent throw for me. But it's not just about the dangers of forcing us outside and near people. I'm outside. I have my mask on. There's a few more spawns. I have another good, excellent throw there. There's nobody around me, fortunately, right now. But if I were to walk down that busy street that I was just on to go and get to that other Pokestop, there would most assuredly be more people. There would be more chances of possibly endangering myself. And I don't want that. And I don't think Niantic does. At least they say they don't want that. But at the same time, they're not giving us what we need in order to get out and explore more. They could increase the number of Pokemon in the wild. They could increase the chances of us getting the Pokemon we want by going out and walking around. But they're not doing that. They're putting the Pokemon we want behind virtual paywalls. Behind raid passes. And that's just not okay. That is their actions not matching their words. And I find that wholly unacceptable on their part. So, anyways, I'm gonna continue to walk around. I'm gonna go back over to my neighborhood here and away from the busy street, because there is a spawn point over here. There's an excellent throw that is not actually near a Pokestop or a gym. It's just a random spawn point on the streets around my neighborhood, but they happen to have, it's pretty consistent that a good number of Pokemon will spawn over there. So I'm gonna keep walking, and I guess, I'm not gonna really talk about my problems with what Niantic is doing anymore right now. I'm just gonna try to enjoy this gameplay. Spritzy, that was nice. Could use a few more Spritzy candy. But really the core of this game is, that should have been an excellent throw. Really the core of this game, and again in my opinion, and I think in the opinion of many people, is about our ability to go out and catch Pokemon in the wild. And that really is what I guess in a way I've sort of reverted back to doing that, doing much fewer raids, and really just trying to focus on what got me into the game in the first place. And like I said, that is catching Pokemon in the wild. I was really hoping to do better on some of these excellent throw attempts. I guess right now I'm going to do this rocket balloon while I walk a little bit to this spawn point. I happen to have gotten 6 rocket radar pieces, and so now I get to face off against Sierra. Who knows, maybe I'll get a shadow shiny off of her. That was actually not a bad thing that they put into this game. I'm not even sure what I'm going to come up against. I forget what she has. A Sneasel, looks like. So we'll try to take down this Sneasel. That may have helped in deciding what to use against her. There goes a punch attack, which the rocket leaders always block the first 2 charged attacks, so I don't expect much out of that. But I'm going to switch to my Melton, which has a rather quick charged attack and will burn up that second shield pretty quickly. Here, you'll see it. And it looks like, based on the color of that shield, that when I do finally hit her on this next charged attack, that she will lose pretty decisively. And well, I'm not going to get an excellent charged attack out of this because I messed that up, but I will get off a good number of these here and defeat her pretty easily. I suppose that there are more efficient ways of doing this. I'll just use that other shield. I suppose I didn't need to, given that blue color. But shadow Pokemon tend to hit hard in these rocket leader battles. Finish this off real quick. And Once I do that, I will stop walking because I've actually reached the spawn point. I'm going to use my electric attack here, since that is a water Pokemon. That should be pretty effective. It's also a dragon type, I suppose. I don't know what that means as far as which are my best attackers for that, but what I have is Melmetal, so what I'm going to use is Melmetal. And then let's come down to this. Groudon. It's fairly... Oh, I might lose. Oh, I lost it. Ah, how embarrassing. Well, I'm actually going to let her go for now. Do some quick research. As you'll see, standing on this corner over here, it is what I said it was, which was a spawn point, where I got actually more Pokemon than I did while I was near that gym and that Pokestop. And I guess that's, it's not exactly a nest, because nests usually are defined as places that have one particular type of Pokemon and a lot of them. This is just a bunch of Pokemon, different Pokemon, but I'm not exploring anything here as Niantic claims they want us to. I'm just standing on a corner, a random street corner that, for all intents and purposes, it doesn't include me exploring anything. I just happen to know that if I walk over to this corner, there's going to be a bunch of random spawns, and I'm going to make terrible attempts at excellent throws. But there's no reason, unless you live in this area, for you to walk by this area and find these Pokemon. It could just as well happen on the next block over. But it doesn't. I'm going to move on a little bit here because there's some people coming outside and I don't want to be near them, even though I am fully vaccinated and masked up. I still do not feel entirely safe outside, and I wish that's what Niantic would hear most. I said it just still is not safe outside. So all reasoning beyond that, anything they tell us beyond that, is not making their point very strongly. That was a terrible throw. Fortunately, my buddy at least got me a great bonus out of that. I hear a truck in the background rattling away. I'm gonna end this video soon, as soon as I finish catching this last Pokemon from this spawn point. Anyways, I finally got an excellent throw. After all of that, do a quick check on my XP level. Still trying to get to the next level. Made it to 7.6, almost 7.7 million. I'll get there eventually. Next video, I may, let's see, let me just make sure there's no raids close by. I can see that raid, but I would have to cross that very, very busy street that I was at earlier to get over to that raid, and I'm not going to do that. Because that's over near a park where there are sure to be a large number of people, and that just isn't safe. Niantic, it isn't safe. There's no way for me to safely go over there. it's just Durant. That's still shiny in the wild. I believe I'm not getting a shiny here, but I did get the excellent throw. We'll see if I actually catch it. Nope. I have to try again. Oh, I do want to touch upon one thing. I know a lot of players will use that quick catch method. It's almost sort of a bug within the system, but it's part of what we can do in this game. I don't like to use that so much. I want to continue practicing my excellent throws, and the mechanics of the quick catch method seem to make it difficult for me to make those excellent throws. So I'm just gonna walk back this way a little bit and maybe catch a few more Pokemon. I think next time I do a video, I will do some PvP. We can talk about that function in the game. And if I get this sound problem down, then I will record some of the other games that I've been playing. This one is weather boosted, but doubt it will come to be very useful. But we'll see here. I do like to get hundos even more than I like to get shiny Pokemon. I like to get hundos. But those seem to be even rarer than shiny Pokemon, at least for me. There's some lag going on in this game. Well, that's it for today. I hope you all have a good day, and I'll see you next time.